Hello students, and welcome to this lesson on the area of regular polygons. Our objective today is that we will apply trigonometry to finding the length of an apothem and area of a regular polygon using our journal notes and examples. So previously, when we had talked about this apothem, it was defined as the length between the center of some figure, specifically a regular polygon, and the side of one of those figures to where this forms a right angle here. So that's actually our apothem right there. And in our previous notes, we were just given the apothem. So what I want to show is that we are actually capable of finding the apothem using trigonometry. So we have a four-step process to do this. Step one is that we're going to find the central angle measure. And how will this help us find the apothem? Well, by finding the central angle measure, really what we're doing is we're going to cut this triangle, or rather this hexagon into triangles. And so if I find one of these individual angles here, then it gives me some information related to my apothem. And remember, the central angle measure is going to be some portion of 360, right? So we can say 360 over n, where n is the number of sides. So in this case, we have 360 divided by 6, and so this ends up being a 60-degree angle. All right, so step two is cut the central angle in half. Okay, well, that makes sense to us intuitively, right? We're trying to use trigonometry to find all this, so we need a right triangle. So when we cut this in half, what we're really getting is this angle right here. And so we see that that is going to be a 30-degree angle. Step three is that you draw this new triangle out. Okay, so we take this triangle that we have now outlined here, and we can just draw it over here to the side. That's a 90-degree angle, and of course that makes this a 60-degree angle because of the triangle sum theorem. All right, and then now we can use our trigonometry. So we notice that a lot of the times in our figures, our regular figures, we're given the side length. And what's great about this length here is that it is 1/2 of the side length. So I know that this length here is 1/2 side. So a lot of the times you'll be given the side length in these types of problems, and that makes this a lot easier. You could also do this given the radius. All right, so let's take a look at how to find the area of a regular figure in an example. All right, so we want to find the apothem, and then we want to find the area. So this problem actually could be done similarly because it's an equilateral triangle, right? You could split this into two right triangles, find the area of one of those, and then double that, and that could also be a way that you find the area of this. However, we're going to see that that's not really any more complicated than what we're about to do. So step one, we need to find that central angle measure. So we say 360 divided by the number of sides. There's 1, 2, 3 sides. So that's going to be 120. And then I'm really looking for this angle here. So that gave me this, let's see. So that gives me this angle here, which is 120. Then I want to cut that in half to be able to get this angle here. So that's going to be 60 degrees. And of course that makes this 30 degrees. And this is a right angle. All right, so I did that whole 120 divided by 2, and that gave me 60. So when we start doing this, you notice that we're using degrees, so you need to make sure that your calculator, if you're using one, is going to be in degree mode. So let's redraw our triangle here. That's a little out of proportion, so let's redraw it again. There we go, that looks a little bit better. All right, so I know that this length here is going to be half of 12. So I know that this length here needs to be 6 meters. And I'm looking for A, which is the apothem. Okay, well, I know this angle. I know that angle is 60 degrees. So I could actually just use, I have the opposite, I have the adjacent, and I can use the tangent function then. So we say that the tangent of 60 is equal to 6 over opposite over adjacent. All right, so we multiply both sides by A. You get A tangent 60 is equal to 6. And then you get A is equal to 6 divided by the tangent of 60. And this is where you need to make sure that your calculator is in degree mode. So make sure that your calculator here is in degree mode. All right, so we find that A is equal to about 3.46. And so then to calculate the area of our regular figures, remember it's going to be area is equal to 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. So the perimeter will be 36. So the area is equal to 1/2 3.46 times 36. So the area is equal to 62.28 meters squared. All right, so that's how we find the area of a regular polygon given that we have a side length. And so we saw that we pulled in, again, this is another place where we're pulling in a lot of skills that we've seen before and that we've used before, but now we're applying them in new and novel ways. So your reflection is to describe in at least 2 sentences how you're using trig functions to find the area of a regular polygon. Once you're done with your reflection, there's a practice worksheet for today. You'll need to complete that to receive your in-class assignment. Once you're done with your practice worksheet, you can go and get started on your homework. If you have any questions, let me know, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.